What's up, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. I hope everybody's staying safe out there. And as you guessed it, today I'm bringing you a PvP video, and yes, it shreds. Right, so let's take a look at it. Okay, so let's start with the specialization. We are using the gunner, and it has a few talents, and it has a new skill that we can use, which is pretty awesome and beneficial towards us in PvP. So the one I like is the every third reload is 50% faster. Second is armor kits, repair 100% armor and grant 30% bonus armor for 10 seconds. We also have some armor on kill. But what I really like is the Banshee skill. Okay, this Banshee skill puts us at a great advantage when it comes to those 1v1 fights and that straight on fights. It confuses the enemy, so it puts the fights in our favor. Okay, so make sure that you've unlocked all three so that you have the durations increased and also the range is increased as well. Okay, we also have a bit of extra ammo and our fire rate also increases. So definitely gunner for this build. Okay, so let's look at the items on this build. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have your eagle bearers by now. You've gotten your eagle bearers off your raids. Some of you with those good rolls, and you're thinking to yourself, what build could I make with the eagle bearer? You're not too sure. Well, this is the right place. Let's have a look. Okay, so we got the eagle bearer. Mine's a level 40 eagle bearer. Okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have your level 40 eagle bearers. You've gotten tired of the level 30. It's doing a little bit okayish damage, but it's not great. So hopefully you've gotten that level 40 eagle bearers by now. Mine has pretty decent rolls. I got a god roll on health damage, 11% assault rifle damage, and 9% headshot damage. Okay, so it's not the best, but it's still good. It's got 105k total damage with a 750 RPM and a 60 round mag. So that mag is pretty awesome. Okay, so let's look at the talent. Eagle's Strike. Accuracy increases as you continuously fire up to 30%. Okay, and headshot kills grant the tenacity buff for 15 seconds. Okay, so tenacity, what's tenacity? Tenacity is 40 to 80% of damage taken is delayed until the buff expires. Right, so that's pretty awesome. So in PvP that can help a bit, that you take a bit of damage, but at least it's delayed, so you can still, even if you lose that fight, at least you know that guy is going down before you do. Our secondary gun I use is the classic M1A. As everybody knows, this is the meta. Everyone's using the classic M1A in PvP, so we just use that as a backup, just in case. For the mask, we're using the Coyote's mask. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of you already have this from your season passes, level 35 season pass. My first Coyote's mask for my season pass didn't have great rolls on it. Right, this is the second one I got. I got this one from doing Jefferson Trade Center from the boss itself, Coyote, at the end of that. And this one I had some pretty good rolls, guard roll and weapon damage. Okay, so this talent is pretty awesome because from 0 to 15 meters you get 25% critical hit damage. So either to 15 to 25 and 25 meters plus, those two have got good bonuses as well. But we're mostly looking at the 0 to 15 meters because in PvP you're pretty much only doing fights from 0 to 15 meters. From 15 meters up doesn't happen often. Alright, so if you do get a longer fight there and at a further range, it's cool to get the plus 10% critical hit damage and critical hit chance. And if you go 25 meters plus, you're getting 25% critical hit chance. But our build is focused on critical hit chance, so we don't really need a 15 plus meters. So we're focusing on the 0 to 15 meters critical hit damage. So that's good. It also helps the team as well because this buff is for you and all allies. For the chest, we are using a Fenris group. This is one piece Fenris group, gives us 10% assault rifle damage. Mine's not the greatest. I just needed the talent Obliterate, and that's critical hits increase your total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds. So if you keep hitting your target, this talent will keep staying up, right? It's pretty easy to hit the stack of 15 stacks. It happens pretty much every single fight, so don't worry about that. Try and get some headshot damage or critical hit damage on your attributes as well. Okay, for our holster, we are using Negotiator's Dilemma, 2 pieces of it for our holster and our gloves. Make sure that your secondary attributes are critical hit chance on both with weapon damage. Get it as high as possible. We use 2 pieces to give us that extra 15% critical hit chance. For our knees, we're using Fox's Prayer. That 15% damage to targets out of cover is pretty broken. Pretty much nobody in PvP stays in cover a lot of the time. Everyone's just rushing, so this kind of counters them a lot. So definitely get yourself a pair of those. It's from Overlord targeted loot, so make sure you get that. For our backpack, we are using the gift. Okay, so you have a choice. You can either use the gift, or you could also use another backpack, which I have. Let's have a look here. I use also a Fenris group. It has clutch on it. Clutch doesn't work so well in PvP. By the time your armor hits 15%, you're pretty much dead if your armor hits 15%. So you could use a backpack with clutch on it if you really want. If you know how to use it properly, you can. But I prefer using the gift backpack. It seems to work a lot better in PvP. It gives us 25% total weapon damage, but if you hit, it disables this buff for 3 seconds. So make sure you get the perfect vigilance, because it's only for 3 seconds, it's not the 4 seconds. 1 second can make a big difference in fights, so try and get the gift name brand backpack. So looking at our skills, we have the Reviver Hive. All of you know what this does already. Okay, we just keep it as a little backup in PvP. Can't really rely on it, doesn't always work, but it's just there for just in case if you get dropped. The one skill that I personally like is the Banshee Pulse. You only get it from the gunner specialization. It disorientates enemies, and this can definitely turn the fight around, especially in a 1v1 situation. Okay, so if you can catch a guy off guard or running towards you and you pulse him with a Banshee Pulse, you've pretty much already won that fight. Okay, so make sure you guys have got this. I have 8% radius mod on it and 2.9% effect duration mod on it as well. Okay, so both of these you get automatically with the gunner specialization once you've unlocked the Banshee Pulse. Okay, so let's look at some stats. So on our stats side of things, I got 56.9% critical hit chance. I didn't want to change it because we have three mods on our gear. Okay, so I have a 5% critical hit chance on my mask. I have 11.1% critical hit damage, and I have a 10.1% critical hit damage as well on my chest. So I could change one of these to critical hit chance to give it that nice 60, but it's a waste because you could rather put another 11 or 10% critical hit damage on one of your pieces. So I think that's a lot better than just another 3% on critical hit chance. Okay, so it's up to you guys on how your rolls are on your gear. It all depends on that. Okay, so I've got 83.6% critical damage. It could be a lot better because my backpack and my chest piece aren't good rolls, so it could easily get to about 100+% on critical hit damage. Headshot damage as well, 81.1%, could be a lot higher, but it's not too bad. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. This build works very well in PvP. I've enjoyed it. I have a lot of fun in conflict. I haven't used it much in DZ, but it also works well in DZ if you want to farm landmarks, and if you get that occasional rogue agent that decides to come up at you, you can definitely take him down or take them down. So yeah, this build works really well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget like and subscribe, and if you want, you can comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.